afternoon. We are here today to talk about preventing waste from this Korean society. The purpose of this group discussion is to find the best solution to reduce the waste. Today at our meeting today, we have Christine, the consumer representative, and Philip, the representative of manufacturers, and I am Denise, the leader of this group discussion, and I am the Minister of Environment. So today we have a lot of waste on the street today in Korean society. So I read in an article that Korean pigeons on the street are getting better because there are so much garbage on the street to eat. So we can see waste everywhere on the street. So and in 1994, Korean government started a waste charging system, and according to a statistic, it decreased the household waste, the amount of household waste about 45%, but actually the industrial waste has increased since then. So I think we have some problem in the way we deal with the waste. So we are talking about how to reduce the waste in our society. So first, I think we have to look at what we are doing for reducing waste. So Kristen, can you tell me what consumers are doing today?
Actually, as we live, you make huge amounts of waste. When we go shopping or play or just eating, we make huge amounts of waste. I think to reduce the waste, we start from home. We are doing lots of activity to reduce waste, such as sorting reusable things, or paying for garbage system, or paying for discarding electronic appliances or furniture, and donate clothes to factory that recycle it. But we still have huge amount of waste, and especially the amount of food waste amounts to 50%. So we need to recycle the food product and food waste. But the problem is the food waste cannot be recycled because they load during the procedure. So that's the problem we have.
So can you tell me what the manufacturers are doing?
Actually, in the business sector, there are two kinds of waste. One is commercial waste, and the other one is industrial waste. And commercial waste is waste arising from the activity of wholesalers or shops or office. And then industrial waste is waste generated by industrial plants and factory. But since in Korea, the preventing industrial waste has been a big issue, so this time mainly I'm going to talk about industrial waste. Actually, there are two types of management, on-site and off-site. But regardless whether it's on-site and off-site, the industrial management, industrial waste can be disposed through the use of wastewater facilities and land disposal facilities such as landfill and waste pits and deep underground injection wells. And also solidification and sterilization also exist for many types of industrial waste. And in Korea now, around 88% of industrial waste are managed to wastewater, the treatment facilities.
Yes, in the Korean government, the Department of Environment started waste charging system in 1994. It is a policy that makes people to pay for the amount of waste they discard. And in the January of this year, the government commanded people to litter the food waste separately from the normal waste. And the government has encouraged people to burn waste rather than bury the waste in the landfill, because burying the waste in the landfill can seriously pollute the soil and water. And the government also have made some laws to encourage people to recycle products or to build purifying facilities near factories. But as we discussed so far, we have tried several things to reduce or deal with our waste. But we still have a lot of waste in Korean society. So I think we have some problem with our attitude. So can you think of any wrong point of our present policy or present policy?
Actually, I would like to criticize the factory's purifying system. Many factories don't have purifying system, and in many cases, if they have it, it doesn't work. They don't use it because it takes too much money, and they dump waste a lot illegally. And I think it's also a matter of money. And to government, well, we use the rule that we should not use products for one day, but in real life, in many shops, they give plastic bags for free. And about the wet food waste, even households put their wet food waste to the garbage can. The government don't collect them every day, so it loads. So it's not too bad.
Yes, and consumer side kind of point out we just focus on making money, but I want to tell something about it. Yes, it's true in some ways, because in the industries, the maximizing profit is our ultimate goal. And in the point, the consumer satisfaction is the most important job. So when we don't satisfy consumer, they definitely turn their back around our product. And actually, we have been making efforts to reduce waste, especially in terms of commercial waste. For example, we try not to use unnecessary things such as wrapping paper or plastic shopping bag or disposable chopstick, wooden chopstick. But I think the consumers still want them from us, and since it's related to money, we cannot ignore their demanding as well. And so that's why we have no choice to produce those to satisfy consumer. And also you point out the illegal dumping has been increasing, and I can admit it, but it's not truly our fault, because the main reason it happens is the government is not presenting any supportive policies about implementation of industrial waste management. For example, in 1990, government closed around 60% of industrial waste landfill without suggesting any alternatives. So now it's true that there's almost nowhere to prevent industrial waste. So that's why I think it happens. So it's not truly our fault, I think.
Yes, I think at one point, of course, we three parts all have some problems, and what I want to say is that people are not very much interested in environment. So, for example, the consumers don't know exactly what is the food waste. So they sometimes mix bones of fish into the food garbage, and many people are confused of what to waste as garbage, and some consumers don't sort the recyclable products properly, and the repository pointed out that the government closed many of the landfills, but we built some waste burning points in several regions, but the residents don't want to burn the waste of other areas. So I think this kind of selfish attitude of citizens also making problems. And the industrial waste is not applied by the waste charging system for the time being. So I think that's why the manufacturers are dumping a lot of waste illegally. So we have discussed the problems of our current situation. So now I think it is time to suggest solutions. So Christine, can you suggest any solution?
To reduce waste, there are many things that have to be done. But I would like to say three broad ways. The first thing is to reduce the amount of waste. We should not use effective package and should not use products for one day. And also we have to recycle the waste. And actually we are doing this, but it is not kept strictly, and we have to reuse reusable things. That means before we throw the garbage, we have to use it again if the waste can be used. For example, if the electronic appliance is broken, we should get after service and we have to use it again. And third, we have to change our lifestyle. When we go shopping, we have to carry shopping bag, and when we buy something, we can buy refill product, and we should not use excessive package, and also should not use products for one day. And so if we keep these all things, the situation will be better.
So Chris can suggest some solutions that we can practice in everyday life. So sorry, can you suggest any other solution as a manufacturer?
Yeah, actually there are many approaches to the industrial waste problem, such as recycling or solidification, but it's kind of hard to find the best solution for each company because the solutions vary according to, and depending on the size of the company or what kind of production line they have and so forth. So now I'm thinking that it will be more effective to work on reducing the waste, industrial waste, during in-process stage rather than dealing with the waste afterwards a process stage. Because by doing that, we can eliminate more easily the hazardous the industrial waste from the waste stage. So I want to present some solutions based on these ideas. And first one is called reformulation and redesign products. And actually, this approach is to incorporate material is more likely to produce lower risk waste. So, for example, this approach includes eliminating the metal from inks or dyes, and also replacing chemical-based cleaning solvents with water-based or citrus-based products. And one more, the similar thing is called beneficial use. The beneficial use involves the substituting a waste material for another material with similar properties. For example, the utility company, they can use waste and sludges as soil amendment. So I think this kind of the in-process kind of solution stage, it can be a good solution to reduce the industrial waste, I think.
Yes, I think this is also a good idea. So, Christine, can you suggest any other solution?
I would like to introduce some Buddhism spirit. It's to reduce the food waste. In Buddhism, when they eat food, they put food as much they can eat, and they eat them all. And after they eat it, they put a cup of water to the bowl and wash the dishes with a spoon or just shaking the bowl and drink it. It's kind of shocking, but they think they should eat as much they can eat, and if they don't discard the food waste, it will not harm nature. And to put the food in the bowl as much they can eat, that means they don't eat with greed. So, and there's another special way. They grow special plants. They prepare two pots. One is small and one is big. In small pots, they grow flowers, and in big pots, they grow earthworm and put the earth. And if they discard food waste to the earthworm, they eat them all in 3 days. It's very shocking, and it doesn't harm to nature. So I think it's kind of burden thing, and it's very realistic. But many people do this now, and if we grow plants like this, we can reduce much food waste, and it's very realistic thing. I'm sorry. It's very perfect solution to food waste. And even though we cannot use this growing plants, we can discard food waste to the garden, and at least we can eat as much as we can eat, and we don't just put them away to the garbage can. Yeah, it's a very good solution.
And so Christine suggested some solutions of using spiritual theories and biological theories. So, sorry, can you suggest any other solutions?
Yeah, and I think the Christine solution is really interesting, and I'm going to suggest 2 more. I think material exchange program will be a good solution. Material exchange are inexpensive and effective way to find new users and use for waste. So actually in Korea it's ongoing program, but it's not active enough. So I think if the company develop more of this kind of program, we can reduce the industrial waste. And the last thing is called good housekeeping technique. And this program contains training the employee to manage waste and materials more clearly and properly. So like labeling containers with content, expiration, or handling. So according to one data, this kind of effective employee training, we can reduce waste disposal volumes by 10 to 40%. So I think it will be really good solution if a company work on developing this kind of the employee training program. So yeah, that's it. That's my solution.
Exchanging waste is very good solution, I think. It's very good.
Thank you. Yeah, so Christine and Sophie have suggested several good solutions, and in my opinion, as a government official, I think the government should penalize the people who don't store the recyclable materials. And I think the government should invest more money in building purifying systems or waste burning points. And I think we also apply the waste charging system for industrial waste. And I think it would be also a good idea to carry on campaigns to advertise the importance of environment to the public as a government. So and one thing I want to say more is that today we are managing the environment as a whole country, but I think it would be more effective to manage the environment as a province or village, as a smaller unit. So I think the best solution would be in the consumer side. We have to practice little things to reduce waste in everyday life, and it would be very desirable to cure environment with environment, as Christine suggested, with earthworms and soils. And in the manufacturer part, I think as Christine suggested, we can reduce. It would be the best solution to reduce the waste during the process of production and using the production factors like employee trainings or material changes among the factories. And as a government, I think we should more strongly manage and support the environmental policies in Korea. So what do you think of my conclusion?
Yeah.
It's good.
You quoted my opinion.
So far we have discussed how to reduce waste in Korea. So the environment is the home of the generation at the time being and of our children. So we have to keep the environment clean by reducing the waste in our everyday life and our industrial part. So if we although it would be a little uncomfortable to change our lifestyle, but I think we have to make the happy medium by giving our part to others a little bit. So thank you for listening our conversation.